What's up, y'all? So I want to be real candid with y'all because the future is changing all of us at one time. For those that believe that, so I'm writing a note to God, and also adding to the mental. You have to continue the mental going. And always write in your journal. Always keep a journal. Always keep a journal. But anyways, let's get to the topic. So I was doing some thinking, and also I'm gonna give some shout outs to some people before I get started. I'll put their names in the title. Um, you don't have to check them out, but the algorithm. You have to understand this YouTube thing, this AI thing. Understand it uses our mental energy. It knows what. I just got a new phone. It knows. How does it know what I was looking at on the old phone? It's like it's synchronized. You know how you can switch your data and switch your contacts and go to the cloud? How does it know when I got a new phone? How does it know what I was looking at on the old phone? Like um it knew every like the whole conspiracy theory videos that I watched. All I did was type in one name, because when you first get a phone, like the YouTube is like blank. It has no record of who you are. I typed in one name and it just basically, now it's my old phone 2.0. Anyways, I want to give a shout out to RamSun, RAMSUN. I've been looking at a lot of his content. A lady named Freya Ray. That's FREYA RAY. It's two words or two names. There's a young lady named Your Level Up Guru. I just started looking at that today. And it's like there and there's one last other guy named SR and BG. That's S, the letter S, the letter R, the asterisk and BG. B and G. Like BG the rapper. So I was thinking, after this surgery, after this hospital visit, like it really had me questioning my mortality. Even though I know that my time with God is complete when my mission is complete. So I know that, but it's like I went to the hospital and I was thinking, like, God really had me understand my strength. He was like, this game of life was never meant to. It was never meant to be played alone. You was always meant to have a counterpart. But when you're ready, not when you want, when you're ready. So I got this hip issue. I can't even walk. I can't sleep right. I can't go to the bathroom right. I can't pee right. I can't lay down. Like every normal thing. I can't walk right. Every normal thing I was doing naturally, I can't even do. So I'm talking to God, and God's like, now you're ready. And I'm like, all right, cool. But what type? You know what I'm saying? Because being this deep inside the game, I understand I need I need a wife that's basically me, but a woman. And not to say exactly, but this is, once you're this deep in the thing, this life is not normal. Like nothing about this earth world is normal. And I just had to have a moment with y'all on this video to let y'all know, whoever's watching this, no one could watch this, who I could be the only one watching this, who knows. But stay, if you believe that there's a God, the true God, Yeshua, if you believe that there's a real God, not the European publicized God, if you believe that there is a real God out there, you have to continue on the fight. And typically, not to say all chosen ones, but typically those that are called have the same storyline, just different avatars. Broke, no one fuck with you. Your jobs don't fuck with you. Your family don't fuck with you. Friends to be fake friends, this, that. You broke all the time. You paying paycheck to paycheck. It's just complicated. Your bills is backed up. The anxiety kick in. Maybe have drug use, some sort of vice is keeping you sane, or keeping you on the clutches before you just tap out. No one talks about the hardships of chosen. That's why no one really. The chosen journey is so difficult. I don't even like the word journey no more. The lifestyle we have the lifestyle we have to live in order to complete our mission is so difficult. You be wondering why no one even want to do it. But that's why God say few are chosen, because he will dictate who's really meant for this by who continues on. And I just want to say stay strong. I'm 36. I'm not old, I'm not young. I'm in the middle. But even with all this work that we have done, I'm like, I can see why people get gray hair. I can see why, you know what I'm saying? But I always remain humble. And I always thank God, because depending on the other versions of reality, depending on the other dimensions of life that he could have had me live, I could have a child right now. I don't. I'm grateful. I'm glad that my child is my art. You see, I'm glad that's my child. I'm glad I don't have a wife. Though, do I want commitment? Do I want a partner? Do I want love? Yes. But the maturity, the workload it takes just to have a woman near you is, and with the chosen stuff, it's like it's so. Now, unless he make it make sense, all I want to say is that I'm grateful for what life he gave me. This, out of all the dimensions of reality, I'm glad this was the one that he let me choose myself. Because chosen ones don't have an authority issue. We have an issue with wrongful authority. So it's not like chosen ones can't keep jobs. Jobs don't want us there. It's not like chosen ones can't have friends. Friends be fake. It's not like chosen ones can't have mates. It's very difficult for us to even have a commitment with our own lifestyle. So I want to say, for the chosen ones out there, even for the ones that, it's hard making money. I see a lot of chosens having little ministries, this, that. It's like, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? Or like donations. It'd be ways that we need to get money without saying we need money, because the chosen ones have issues with asking for stuff because everyone denies us. We live in the devil's world. So no one's, once they find out that you're chosen, no one's gonna work for you. No one's gonna wanna bind with you. No one's gonna wanna connect a tribe with you. Because it's like the mafia. You're basically telling the opposition, I'm going to expose you. How you gonna get the opposition to work to put money in for you to expose them? You gotta be a special individual for that to happen. Keep the faith. I can say that because sometimes I lose the faith, because you start to question. Many of us chosen ones can just be untold stories. We could die tomorrow. No one would know the work, the pain, the strife, the trial, and the tribulations that we had to go through. We would just be another soldier. But it doesn't say that. It doesn't mean that you have to quit. It doesn't mean you have to quit. It means you need to know what you've gotten yourself into. Life was never easy. And for those that he puts through the ringer the most, is because he has a stronger calling for you. Like I said, I'm 36 years old. I've been living on this planet Earth dolo the whole time. Mind you, I have two parents. I have a family. And it's like, even with all the foundation, if the foundation is destructive, it don't matter. I've been on this planet as a single character the whole time, helping everyone, always asking God, why do I need to be the one being the helper that's not helped? He said, because You're living the storyline of someone that already did it before you. Similar to Avatar, you know what I'm saying? You one avatar lives, they die, then they reincarnate to another one. He said if you're chosen, you're just a reincarnation of another chosen one that passed away. You know, like Jesus is a chosen one. There's gonna be a new Jesus eventually, and then another. You know what I'm saying? It's the same storyline. It's just a different character. There was a Batman. Then they had a new. Then they had a new Batman. Then they had the little dude from the UK. That they had the England Batman. Then they had. It's like it's the same story. It's just a different version of the same story. And he said you're gonna be playing a role that has already been played before, but it's a new world. We're in the Aquarian age. It's a new world now. So he need new characters for the same story. And I just want to say, for those that want to give up if you want to. No one's really pressing you to continue this fight. Would God be grateful that you did continue? Yes, but he's not going to force you to do nothing. You have to want to do it yourself to give him the glory. Even if it's at your own demise, that's the cost. You know, so I will say that you don't have to continue, because even with these, I'm over here taking pain pills. I mean, I took pain pills before when I did have an accident in my past, but I'm over here taking pain pills. Like, you really understand. This is why I keep going on, because it's like, what are the odds that you will specifically be going through all this weird shit? I don't do nothing. I don't talk to people. I'm an introvert. I'm a loner. You don't got no one by your side, but you got God. And I said to him, like, why me? Why you have me going through all this? I can't just live a regular life. He said, you ain't regular. I be questioning that sometimes. Why can't I just have a regular life? You know what I'm saying? Every time I have jobs that don't be going right, like God will always put the truth in front of you. He like, you got jobs. The jobs don't fuck with you. You're a great worker. They just don't like you specifically. They are infatuated by you, but they don't like you. No job has ever really I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? But it's because I'm supposed to have my own job. He said that accident was to force you to go full-fledged throttle on your own thing. How else was I gonna stop you? How else was I gonna stop you from working for them? And how was I gonna, how was I gonna position you to work for yourself? I can only hope one day that we do see the promised land in this timeline. I can't say when it's gonna happen, but I hope it happens soon. The reason why, the reason why I didn't feel bad when I had gotten an accident, because the first thing I thought about was, what did the slaves have to go through when they was getting beat, and then they had to go to work the same day with injuries, the next day, and don't get paid? Anytime I go through hardship, I always think about that. Like, what did the slaves have to do? They can't kill their master. They can't even talk back. And the worst part, if they do have some sort of quarrel with the master, you gotta deal with one of them Uncle Ruckus niggas. Like, you don't even know who you can trust, because there's always gonna be a house nigga waiting for you to say some shit and slip up, so he can tell the master you either gonna get beat, killed, or mutilated, tortured. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell no one that you finna run away, because you already know how that go. It really has me thinking, like, why did God make all these humans for? Just so we can have quarrels with each other? If he knew we was stupid, why didn't he make like 10? He must know that we're irrelevant. That's why he made so much. When I tell you this pain is excruciating, I can barely walk. I'm over here limping. But he also told me, understanding that, he also taught me, this is how much power I done gave you. You don't get sick. You barely go to the hospital. You never go to the hospital. That's the first time I that's the first time I remember myself in an ambulance. I ain't never been in one. He said, that's how powerful my hand upon you is. Once I take it off, you start feeling like you're human. You're different from them. You don't everything in life you didn't went through easy. I had to make you feel like them for once in a while, so you can understand how blessed you are by not having to deal with what they got to deal with. For those that are still fighting the fight, continue on. I know it's difficult. If you don't want to continue fighting, that's cool. Bow down, exit gracefully, talk to God, tell him your issues. He either going to give you more power or he going to substitute you with someone else. I know it's difficult. And I know we need assistance. The reinforcements are coming in. Angels, past loved ones, ancestors, God himself, other chosen ones. I know it's difficult. But the reason why I do this is because I know Satan is petty. I can be petty too. You want me to quit? I'm not going to quit. Like I said, I'm 36, 4 years from 40. No money, no relationship, no love, no food, no devotion, no clothes. Luckily, I'm humble. What if I cared? That's the thing. What if I really cared that bad? I'd be going crazy. Luckily, my care level is at a very low. My ego is very low. So I don't really care too much about what the earthly things, you know what I'm saying? No car. But I do believe in God. And I do believe that he will reassure us in many different ways and let us know that our future is bright. But we have to continue. We have to believe in him just as much as he believes in us, even though we can't really see it yet. I knew God was real when my injury felt like, I really felt like my hip was broken. On God, I really felt like I broke something and they ain't no answers. I'm like, how y'all hospital don't got no real answers? And God was telling me it's not as serious as you think. You just never been through this before, so your brain took it and ran with it. You never been through this pain before. So what you perceived it to be is not actually what it is. Similar to our future he going to give us. We might perceive it in one way and the reality is a different way. Know that God knows the whole story. We on his time. So I'll say that to say this. Just take it slow. Every day is a day for growth and to talk to him and to understand what his will is and to understand what our mission is, our position is for him and with him. I know this sounds a bit delusional. Like, why would you continue to fight for something that you don't even know that's going to happen? Because he know. And for you to believe in what God can do, you have to be delusional. Because there's no real proof. There's no real proof. But there's also no real proof that when someone marry you, they're not going to cheat. There's no real proof that when someone say they're going to do something for you, they're going to do it. There's no real proof that, YouTube might not cut off next week because the government, like, there's no real proof of nothing. Most of what we got going on planet Earth is just what we perceive to be true or what we hope to happen next. We don't know nothing. But all we know is that there will be another day. There will be another day. We have to continue going because God is real and the Son is real. And if we don't pursue for a greater future, why do we want God to come back and help us with one? If we don't want to pursue a greater future, why do we want God to assist us with making one? You get what I'm saying? We're in this alone. We're in this alone. We need to come together and assist in a greater future, in a greater world for the next generation, for the children, for the women, for the men, for the animals, for the earth. We can do better. We can do better. For all my chosen ones, we can do better. We can do better, and God knows it. We have to stand up for Him.